Hello and welcome to Grade Expectations. I'm your host Grade, and today I've got a modern unboxing for you from CGC. So this is 25 books that I set on a 9.8 pre-screen with CGC. I submitted them to Mr. Kendra, and he submitted them to CGC in Florida back at the beginning of December. So we're looking at almost 4 months turnaround to get the books back. But I'm excited to have them back. Now, what I do with pre-screens is when I'm submitting books, if they are older books that are moderns, more expensive books, I'll just get them graded. If I have like new books, new moderns that are looking good, I'll submit them on a 9.8 pre-screen. Or if they're higher value books where I know a 9.6 is still going to net me, $160 or more, I'll put them on a 9.6 pre-screen. So I have 25 books here. These are the 9.8s, so they are going to be less valuable. Still some good books, definitely some spec books, and some books I just wanted for my personal collection to be slabbed. I do have more books coming back tomorrow, so the 9.6s are on their way already, so I'll have another video pretty soon. But let's get into this unboxing. Alright, so first thing I noticed, this is on top. Normally they have like a thick piece of cardboard on top. Just bubble wrap this time. Looks like we have a number of books, so that's a good thing. Yeah. Rejects, we'll look at those later. Let's get right into the first book. So the first book I have today is Iron Man number 12. This is the Miles Morales, DJ homage to, Bruce Lee? There's like a t-shirt with Bruce Lee doing some mixing. So this book had a little bit of heat. I pre-ordered, I think, just 1 or 2 copies on... I do a lot of pre-orders from Thing from Another World, and have them shipped in. So I just thought, because there was some heat on this book, I only needed 1 copy. I thought I'd get one slabbed and try and sell it off. Nice looking cover though, and it's a Miles cover, so it's got that going for it. Again, this is a 9.8 pre-screen, so they're all going to be 9.8s. Next, we have Radiant Black number 1. This is the Thing from Another World exclusive. I think it's to 1500, but could be different. Love the cover. I did buy, I think, 3 of these, and they were all in good shape. I thought I'd get one slabbed just to have on my wall, and it looks pretty cool. I haven't really talked about Radiant Black. What do I think about it? It's fine. I think the characters are neat. It's part of Image building its new universe, so it's good to have the first appearances. They just had Supermassive released. No buzz. Didn't really seem like people were into it. I did buy some Supermassives because it's the first appearance of Rogue Sun. It's also it's got like a villain. I don't know much about them. But I think the series is kind of neat, and it's kind of, is it under the radar? Do people care? Yeah, kind of. And I think the art's been very good. The characters are interesting, so I don't mind throwing a few bucks Image's way to see where it goes. Next, all right. Howard the Duck number 1. So this is the first appearance of Gwenpool. And I believe this is the McLeod variant, so I think this is the 1 in 25 variant. There are not a lot of these on the census. The cover is okay, I guess. Certainly doesn't have Gwenpool on the cover. On the A cover, it has her kind of lower right-hand corner, or at least her head. But I saw a couple of these pretty cheap on eBay. I think I paid, like $20 a piece, and they were in good enough shape to be graded. I think that Gwenpool is a very good character, and certainly people are cosplaying as her, and you don't really see a lot of buzz on her, but people know who she is. And Ryan Reynolds has a pretty big contract for Deadpool, and he's going to be making more movies, so it's possible that Gwenpool eventually shows up. And if she does, comics like this are going to, go off. And there aren't that many on the CGC census anyway, so, why not get a couple slabbed? All right, next, Geiger #1. So, I have liked Geiger. It's an interesting series. Again, Image. I'm mostly a Marvel guy, but I do pick up a couple of the new books if I find them interesting, and I think this has been a pretty good series. I have a couple of the UK one per store copies being graded at CGC right now, and this book's pretty cheap, even in a 9/8, so they're just a hold. It's nice to have them. I'm finally getting to the point where, I've been buying books for a couple years, and I've been buying new books. And so now, a year later, 2 years later, some of those books are worth some money. So it's kind of neat submitting them to CGC a couple years in. I don't read a lot of the copies I buy. So, they should be mint or 9/8 potential. And so it's kind of neat having those in my back pocket to submit as they get more popular. Give it some time and see what really hits, and the comics that do hit, then I'll get them graded and sell some off. So again, we have Geiger #1. This is the A cover. It's a cool cover. All right, next, We Live #1. So this book had some buzz in 2021. I bought 2 copies. I got one from my LCS for cover price, and I bought a second copy for $20 on eBay. And this copy came back 9/8. It's a weird book because it kind of has like a folding cover that folds inward or outward, depending on which way you're folding it. And it just struck me as odd. Like, I didn't know how they would grade them, or really what to look for, because it's not the typical book. Just a cool cover though. And We Live is still early with this book, and they have the Paladins series out now, where it's just starting, so we'll see where that goes. I will probably, assuming 2 come back 9/8, I'll probably keep one and sell one. It's just like a nice cheap book to flip, and it has potential. It'd be worth keeping both, but you gotta pay for grading the comics, so I'll sell one. And speak of the devil, we have the other We Live #1. They are really nice. Like, these books should be nice. Like, they are bought new, should be unread, and then additionally I got them pressed out of an abundance of caution. So, most should come back 9.8, I would hope. My grading skills are certainly better than they were a year ago, at least with the moderns. I don't have a lot of experience with like the Silver Age comics and knowing all the ins and outs of how to figure out what a 7.0 is, but I know a 9.8 when I see one. Next, we have another copy of Geiger #1, another 9.8. I'm not checking for white pages. I would assume they're all white pages. All right. So this is a book I like a lot. This is Moon Knight number 3. This is the first appearance of Hunter's Moon, and this is the Reese variant cover, the 1 in 25. So I have a few copies of this book. I to be honest, am surprised at the price, and maybe that's just because Moon Knight, even Moon Knight number 3 has a reasonable print run, but I just thought that the 1 in 25, given that there's a major first appearance here with Hunter's Moon, it's still cheap. So I don't know what's going on with the buzz there. Like, the show has just come out this week, and you know, time will tell, but I like having this in my my collection. All right, so this next one is a PC book, and I'm very happy I got a copy. So this is Guardians of the Galaxy number 11 from 2021, and it is the 1 in 50. And this is a pure cover buy. I got this one on eBay. I think I paid maybe $40 for it, and I'm very happy it came back 9.8. I just thought the cover was nuts. And like, it's low print run. You might not see this on the internet, or you might not really even see this book again. But it is a cool one to pick up, and it's a 1 in 50. So there really aren't that many out there. I don't think Guardians of the Galaxy 11 had a lot of buzz, but like, that cover's nuts. And certainly it's a good one to have on my wall, and it will stay in the PC for a long time. I don't think it's super valuable. I would imagine there aren't very many sales. There probably aren't even many 9/8 graded. I'm just going to move this stack. I think it's going to be too many. All right, next book. We have Wolverine number 15. This is a new book. Zafino variant cover. So this is the 1 in 25. I thought it was a cool cover. I got this thing from Another World. So the way Thing from Another World works is on FOC. On the Monday after FOC, they release a bunch of the variant covers, like the 1 in 25s, 1 in 50s. And normally it's around 4 p.m. or 5 p.m., 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so if I know that a cover is coming up, or a variant is coming up that I like, or that I think is interesting, I'll be looking for it to pop up on Thing from Another World. And this is one of those comics. It really didn't take off, and so I don't know. If I keep it, I'm happy to keep it. If I sell it, I think I'm, going to break even, or, make $20 on a comic like this. It's just a cool Wolverine cover, like the feral, bloodthirsty Wolverine that we want to see, not the fun-loving teacher. All right, next one. This is Phoenix Echo Song number 1. This is the 1 in 25 Vega variant cover. So this is an homage to Gustav Klimt's The Kiss. I'm actually a huge Gustav Klimt fan, and I like a lot of his artwork. So when I saw that this was being homaged, I had to have a copy. It also has a first appearance. This guy here is River, and he's been in the miniseries. Nothing special, just like a random character, but the cover for me is awesome. So I have a couple copies of this book, and I'm happy to have one graded in 9/8. All right. Next, I've talked about this book before. I think it's a neat one. The Many Deaths of Layla Starr number 1 by Boom Studios. And There, he just had like a nasty hair. So, this is just like a 5-part miniseries. It is well written and people have raved about it on the internet. So, I thought I'd pick up a copy. And came back 9.8, which is great. So, it's a cool book. I think it will just be something I look at once in a while, and we'll see if it becomes worth money in the long run. Doesn't matter if it does or not. This is just one I wanted to have. Okay. Next, we have Venom 35. This is the Venom 200. The reason this one was important is because Eddie Brock's son becomes the new Venom in this book. And it has his son on the cover. Now, this book was just printed into oblivion. People knew it was coming. And so it's not really worth that much. So that's kind of a disappointment. This is the J. Scott Campbell 1 in 50. But, you know, I like Venom, and I thought I'd get a copy for myself. All right, next we have Taskmaster number 3. This is the second print Kamala Khan homage cover. So the homage to, what is it? Captain Marvel 17, the second print. And this is a Slinny variant cover from Sailfish Wonderworld Comics. And I get their emails. They don't do that many homage covers or releases like store exclusives, but when they do, I take a look at them. The other one I bought from these guys is the Ultimate Fallout 4 Jurjevic, what do you call it? Virgin variant cover. But I thought it was a cool book, and I don't think there are that many out there. And, you know, could be worth something. It's got Taiguchi on the cover. And just seemed neat to have. Next book. All right, so Amazing Spider-Man number 55. This is the Patrick Gleason like store exclusive, so the Virgin variant of the third printing. So I have the first printing over here, and like the Virgin. I have the second printing Virgin, and I have the third print Virgin printing. And I think it's an awesome cover. The blue pops. You can really see. I actually do not like the second print red one now. Now that I've seen it and just kind of seen it for an amount of time, but this blue one does pop for sure. My favorite though is the second print 1 in 50, the white one with the black drawing. I think that's the coolest one. And so this is for the PC, just to make sure I have one of each. I'm shocked how much this book dropped in price from a year ago. And, you know, would I sell them right now? No, not really. Like, this is the kind of book where people are just going to find it interesting 10 years from now. But right now, there are too many copies available. Speak of the devil. Okay. So this is the book I was talking about, the Amazing Spider-Man 55 second print. So this book, I bought one when it came out, and I paid, I would say, too much money in retrospect. The reason I paid too much money is because I thought it was a very limited book. And then this book ended up showing up in the Walmart packs, you know, back about a year ago. And so when I went to Walmart and I, you know, kind of looked through their selection, I found 4 copies of this book. And so I bought all 4 of the packs, and I thought I'd send one more in. So I already have a copy of this, so this one's going to be sold. Really, I just hate that it showed up in the Walmart pack, and that's the trouble with ratio variants. It's just like they should be super limited, and then all of a sudden these are available to the public. So didn't love that that happened, but happy to have a nice copy of this book. This one looks perfect, so I might end up giving up my other copy. Next, another Webhead book. So this is the Patrick Gleason Carnage Black, White, and Blood #1. And this is the Gleason Virgin variant. I just thought if I have the Spider-Man ones, I should probably have the Carnage one. I think it looks cool. I love Carnage as a character, and really red, black, and white is how he should be. Getting close to the end here. Next book. Again, I know it's not worth a lot of money, but I did want a copy of this. This is the second printing, and again, I like the second printing with the white background for the Spider-Man one, so I had to have a Carnage one as well. There is a Virgin variant of this book, but Patrick Gleason decided that he would no longer ship to Canada. And so I was in on the pre-sale for this, as I was in for the other ones, and then I went to checkout, and lo and behold, I can't buy in Canada anymore. So, whatever. I'll take just a regular store copy, and I'll let somebody else pay his bills. Next, we have Berserker #1. This is the third print foil. And so back about a year ago, I did order a copy of the second print of Berserker #1 and a copy of the third print of Berserker #1 before I knew that they were going to be allocated. And I didn't buy any Berserker for the first print. When they released the Keanu thing where he was going to sign books and it was a 1 in 1,000, I'm like, there's just going to be way too many. So when I saw the second and third print, I thought I'd grab one just to have, and then it became very buzzy. And I'm happy that this came back a 9.8. I have had terrible, terrible luck with foil books going to CGC. So this is actually my first foil book that came back a 9.8. Like the Something is Killing the Children ones, and I submitted one, and I also submitted a second print of this, so we'll see if they came back. All right, I was just talking about this book, but this is the it doesn't even say it. So this is the Jurjevic, what do you call it? I guess it's a reprint, but it's Ultimate Fallout 4. This is the Virgin variant, and it was a Sailfish Wally World one as well. So I did grab a copy at the time. Very happy that it came back 9.8. I actually have this book in 9.6, the first print, and I love it. And I've had a really hard time, putting it up for sale, and I ultimately haven't sold it yet, and I don't know if I ever will. But it's nice to have the Virgin as well, just to have as backup. Huh. Who knew? All right, so my Something is Killing the Children streak is finally over. I got a 9.8 of the local comic book shop reprint, the foil version. So I don't own a lot of Something is Killing the Children. I wish I had bought into it, but I kind of started collecting comics right after, this book got hot. And so it just always seemed too expensive, and it kept going up, and I totally understand the hype, and I understand Erica Slaughter is an awesome character, and I get it. I just missed the boat. And I regret that I did, but I accept that I did. So this is a nice consolation prize, having you know, the iconic cover in foil and a 9/8. I think that might be it. Let me check. You always hope there's one or two more comics in there. So if we were counting, that was 22. So I had 22 out of 25 make the 9/8 cut. Let's see what didn't make it. I feel like I'm going to cut the books if I cut on that side. So again, books come back just nice and neat. Let's take a look. So the first book, oh man. Alright, first book is the second print of Berserker #1. Again, foil books are just very hard to get back in a 9/8. I'm disappointed that this one didn't. This is the cover I preferred to the third print, so I was really hoping this would come back 9/8. Like, just looking at this book, it looks mint to me, so obviously I'm only looking at one side, and fingerprints and etc, etc. Next book, Black Widow #6. I'm surprised that this one didn't come back as a 9/8. So it is a black cover, and they're harder. This is the first appearance of Lucy, I believe, and I just thought it'd be nice to have one. This last one breaks my heart. I totally forgot it was in here. Last one is the Greg Horn exclusive for Miles Morales Spider-Man #25. And I bought this on eBay. As always, this is probably the most expensive book in the box. I think I paid $60 for it. I didn't get it directly from the website. I'm very disappointed that this didn't come back 9/8. I was really hoping for this for my PC. I'll have to take a look at it. I'll probably end up resubmitting it if I think it's got a chance. Or maybe I'll just have to settle for 9/6. Super disappointing, because I've been collecting. I have most of the major Miles Morales covers, and I thought this one was important. It just pops for me, and to be honest, I thought the three comics that didn't make the cut would be the three foils. Maybe it's wishful thinking. So yeah, that was a 25 book modern 9.8 pre-screen unboxing. No 9/9s. Didn't really expect any 9/9s because they're mostly Marvel books. I'll get a 9/9 one day. But until then, this has been Grade with Great Expectations. If you liked the video and made it to the end, give me a like and have a good night.